There was so much snow and ice that it just went so much faster and further than they expected, ending out all the way there in the middle of the ocean, as Cora would call it. Their 13-year-old big brother tried saving them, but you can see right there he actually fell in trying to get to them. That's when Mom realized what was happening and called 911.
My kids, they're 2 and 4. They were sledding, and they slid out onto the ice. We live on a lake. The ice is like breaking. I can't get to them.
Just say, Bobby and Cora, don't move. Mom's got help on the way. Don't move. Tell them.
Shelby police officers were there first.
They're almost there, guys.
They're
Stay
coming.
right there.
They're coming.
Shelby firefighters right behind them, quickly realizing the ice was incredibly thin.
When I got there, I did not think there was any way that we'd be able to get them without breaking the ice or without them getting wet.
Firefighter Patrick Bombard was one of two slowly and methodically crawling across the ice. Body camera video shows how fast everyone reacted.
Take off.
Parts of the ice cracking as they moved closer.
If they go down, we need to pull them in right away.
But about 20 minutes after accidentally sledding onto the lake or ocean, Bobby and Cora were pulled to safety.
All right.
They were laughing. They were having a good time. It was awesome.
High five. All right. Oh, no problem.
Now there's a Shelby Township family filled with appreciation, given how much worse this could have been.
It was amazing to know that in a pinch they would risk their lives to help our kids. It's dangerous out there, and they didn't even think twice about it.
Brave and helpful.
They were brave and helpful.
There you go.
That was Nick Monticelli reporting. Hunting is legal in New Mexico, but a certain hunt has people upset. The problem Game and Fish and a local property owner are trying to solve first at 4:30. Also, a New Mexico family, their home, their pets drenched in a dangerous, gross mess after a blowout of a fracking well, a result of the oil boom we don't often hear about. We hear their story. Also, a customer caught on video with quite the decision to make after a worker accidentally leaves a lot of money out in the open. What that customer decided to do next.
Local reporting you can trust. You're watching KRQE News 13 at 4.
An upcoming elk hunt in Taos has some residents upset. It's taking place on the golf course. Game and Fish and the owners say it's their solution to an elk herd that's growing in size and destructiveness. But as Brady Wakayama reports, some are asking if there's a better way.
And I feel like it's just akin to going to a penny arcade and shooting at slow-moving targets and winning a prize for that.
Some people in Taos are upset after hearing the Game and Fish Department is holding a depredation elk hunt on the golf course.
When you build a golf course in the middle of a rural area, you understand that you are living here with wildlife, and there are other measures of mitigation that can take place.
But the owners at the golf course and Game and Fish say it's not that simple. It's a problem they've been dealing with for the last 8 to 9 years, and it's a growing problem. The herd started small, but is now up to 50 to 60 animals, and they're causing major damage.
That elk activity on that golf course causes large ruts, scrapes, and on the fairways and greens, and actually reduces the attractiveness of the course, to the golfers. And additionally, those elk consume the landscape vegetation on the golf course and in the yards of the private landowners too.
The golf course owners say they're spending tens of thousands of dollars to repair the damage every year, and they've done a lot to try to scare them away.
We tried lots of things: rubber buckshot, paintballs, chasing the animals with vehicles, and also sound-producing devices, maybe a Zon gun, which shoots a boom, but these animals have become habituated to these activities.
There's also a concern about the public safety. This is video of one of the herds that made its way into town a few years ago.
We're now having issues that could become, a safety issue. Those animals are starting to cross the road now. We don't want cars to hit elk on the road. They're a big animal.
While some residents may not like the plan, Game and Fish says it's the best solution at this point.
Hunting is one of the most important tools when it comes to management of wildlife.
Brady Wakayama, KRQE, News 13.
Now, Game and Fish says it will be giving out 18 licenses. Only 2 hunters will be allowed on the property at a time, and it is an archery-only hunt. We did find residents who are in favor of the hunt, but they didn't feel comfortable going on camera.